to the 35 to about the 38-yard line on that reception. Is that number 7? Logan Wolf on the stop, and yes, it indeed was Mr. Kennecker, Tremaine Kennecker, with the catch of the run.
Great tackle by Nolan Wolf in the middle of the field. That could have gone for big yardage, but he made the tackle.
It's 4th down and 11 at the 39-yard line. Thomstead punting, line drive kick this time, got a bounce at about the 30-yard line, and then wobble, and the officials are going to line it up. They say the ball hit out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Here are their next possession of the game. 4:17 to go till halftime. 19-7, the Arrows with the lead.
Whoever can get that next score mark, that's going to be pretty big.
See if the Arrows can pick up some more first downs here. We've been sidetracked and unable to mention that the Arrows with their first downs have been Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena Flying Arrow first downs so far tonight. So we'll keep track of those. Here's Dival, back to the pass, throws near side, Oyen, got to beat one defender, does, gets to the 40-yard line, 43, slips off of one tackler, and gets ahead to about the 46. Well, that was a great run by Oyen. He picked up the additional 10 yards pretty much on his own after finally slipping from Luke Falardo.
Well, that was the same play that Mineral Point tried to run. Spurley lobbed the ball out there. Did you see how Duvall fired that ball out to Oyen so that he could catch it and make a move? He had some time.
Just a shade short of a first down, a 2nd down and short at the 39. And now Dival's going to call his own number. Rolls to his left, picks up the first down, and rumbles his way past the 50-yard line and into Mineral Point territory down to the 48.
That's his best run of the night there, Mark. I think a run of about 7 yards. And the time is ticking. We're down to 3:33, but Lancaster has plenty of time here to get in the end zone again.
And that indeed is a Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena Flying Arrow first down. 19-7, Lancaster leads. They scored early in this football game after a fumble. Now Dival back to the sideline here, and he's going to take a timeout. 3:11 to go. 2nd quarter, 19-7. Lancaster out in front. We are back after this timeout on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. God, are you kidding me? To play till halftime. The Lancaster Flying Arrows lead 19-7 over the Mineral Point Pointers. Mark Evenson and Tom Nices. With Mineral Point coming up to the Arrows coming up to the line of scrimmage with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now we have a shift of personnel.
Yeah, for some reason the official removed Dival from the game. I don't understand that.
And this then has Nolan Wolf in at quarterback, takes the snap, hands off, right straight up the middle, and low, blasts his way past the 40 and brought down at about the 37-yard line. That instead, folks, is Peyton Alvarado. We thought we would see him. They lined him up, and as a matter of fact, Coach Rollins said you're going to see more and more of him. He saw a little bit of action last year and did quite well.
Showed a good burst there.
So 1st and 10 and another Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena first down. Now Dival back in. Dival bouncing off tacklers, bounces once off the 35-yard line, and then works his way inside the 30 to the 29.
Usually you think of Thunder and Lightning tailback position, but maybe Lancaster has that at the quarterback position. Alvarado the Lightning and Dival the Thunder.
Clock running, 2:22 to go till halftime. 19-7, Lancaster leads. Second down and 2 at the 29-yard line. Wide side, the near side. 3 receivers here to the near side. And a snap to Dival off the middle. Breaks a tackle. Now he veers off to his left. Is slicing off another tackle there. He's inside the 20 to the 15. And he's brought down at about the 12-yard line. A 17-yard run by Dival. And he did that with his legs.
That's the Jacob Dival that we saw last year, Mark. He shakes off tacklers and he gets a lot of yardage on his own. What a great run, and this is Lancaster's, third trip into the green zone?
It is indeed. The green zone brought to you by Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. If you love cheese, you'll like Bytech. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, a greener way. Now Lancaster bunches up their linemen, and then they have 3 receivers to the right. Give Lowe. Lowe off tackle right. Lowe keeps his feet, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
That was a great run. He headed right, stuck his leg in the ground, cut it up left, just a one-cut run to the end zone, Mark, and that's a huge score here before halftime.
They had that line bunched up, and then they put the 3 receivers to the right. Then he went off tackle right and scored. 25-7 is our score now. 1:37 to play till halftime. Murphy on to try the extra point. And again, the patented Lancaster swinging gate formation on the extra point. Now they line up. They were all way off to the left, and now they all line up in front of the holder and place kicker. And the snap gets away. Got away from Wolf, and now he's going to have to pick it up. And he's going nowhere. Murphy picked up the loose ball and went nowhere, and he gets brought down, and that will be the end of that. 1:37 to play till halftime. Lancaster 25, and I should mention that is a touchdown for the football game. We'll keep it here. And that indeed, in fact, is a Southwest Asphalt Sealing and Striping touchdown called Jeff for crack and asphalt sealing and striping needs. 25-7, Lancaster leads over Mineral Point with 1:37 to play in the game.
I was just going to say that this first half, Lancaster sure looks like the more experienced team. I think Mineral Point is suffering from some youth. I was going to say that just before that extra point was botched up. It did not look like an experienced team, but a great first half for Lancaster here so far.
Dewey's Tire Repair is your turf and weather sponsor tonight. And of course, they indeed are the best place to take a leak. 77 degrees is our game time temperature, and the field, very nice condition here.
Pristine, I would say.
That's brought to you by Dewey's Tire Repair, just north of Platteville. 1:37 to play till halftime, and 25-7, the Lancaster Flying Arrows lead. Here's the kickoff. It's taken in the middle, 25-yard line, and blasted right there. On the return was Taryn Riley, as the Arrows were waiting for him, and a special teams tackle by Jackson Vanetta.
Well, what do you do if you point here, Mark? Do you put the ball in the air and try to get a score before halftime, or do you play it safe and try not to make another mistake?
Yeah, you want to limit your mistakes. The shoebox scoreboard update, the Bears leading the Seattle Seahawks 10-0, second quarter. So now here's Spurley. He's had a rough go of it here in the first half. Gibson Spurley, the junior, gets the snap, throws out to his right, catch made, and is able to slide forward and pick up yardage as Tremaine Kennecker and he's short of a first down at about the 33-yard line.
Kinneker's down, Mark. When he was tackled, I think somebody landed on the back of his leg. Maybe a cramp. They're stretching his leg out for a cramp right now.
This time of year, that's something that is very common. Second down and about 4 yards to go at the line of scrimmage at the 32, as we'll try to get Kinneker to work out that cramp. Other sponsors that we have tonight, and of course all season long, they include West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling. West End Salvage handles construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Also Vondra Ag Service. They sponsor any field goals made in the game. See Brady Vondra, your local Beck's Hybrids dealer in Platteville, to help you reach your field goals. Play will resume.
Really like that play call by Mineral Point. A pass. Could break for a big play, but it was really safe, so no chance of a turnover.
Second down and 4. Spurley fakes the handoff going right, and then they do go right and pick up the first down.
And they get out of bounds.
And Lynch on the run, and a 1st and 10 for the Mineral Point Pointers. They move it ahead to about the 36-yard line. You mentioned turnovers, and of course, turnovers tonight, Pointers had their share of them. The turnovers are brought to you by Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles. A caring approach with 2 locations to better serve you. Lancaster Dental Associates. Spurley is back to pass. Has time. Throws, and the pass is knocked down. Wyatt Mensch. Perfect spacing on the part of Mensch to knock that ball down. 35 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 10 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36. Wide side, near side. Taryn Riley splits out here to the near side. In the slot will be Bryce Vomstead. Now a man going in motion. That's Lynch. Back to pass, throw over the middle. Pass caught. Vomstead's got it. He's got a first down just short of the 50-yard line. Arrows try to close that quickly. Dival got on the stop, but it's a first down and 10. Clock will be stopped momentarily to set the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 48-yard line. Now the clock moving. 23 seconds to go in the half. Back to pass, Spurley. Now he'll throw over to the right side in traffic, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to get that to Vomstead. And that was a dangerous pass that was in the vicinity of Logan Wolf. It stops the clock, though. 13.6 seconds to go till halftime. Second down and 10.
Well, if you're Mineral Point here, maybe you can't score on this drive, but maybe you can build a little bit of momentum for the second half.
Got to believe they'll try one long pass here to get downfield, get a little closer. Now they're going to call a timeout. Timeout with 13.6 to go till halftime. As we mentioned, Brewers win today 5-3 over the Dodgers. And the Bears are leading 10-0 over Seattle. Those are Shoebox scoreboard updates brought to you by the Shoebox in Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We'll have more football tomorrow night.
Yes.
I'll have Darlington hosting Platteville tomorrow night on Extreme 1071, the X at x1071.com. Cuba City at Bonduel. We'll have that tomorrow.
That's quite a road trip.
On Super Hits 106. The Platteville Darlington game on Extreme 1071, the X. And River Ridge opens up tomorrow night, too.
Yes, against Highland at home.
And we'll have that on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL. Catch all the exciting coverage, all brought to you by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. We have 13.6 seconds to play till halftime. Lancaster leads 25-7. And here's Spurley with a second down and 10. Man in motion, Lynch, and throw over to the far side of the field and over the head of the intended receiver, Kinneker. 9.7 seconds to play till halftime.
Lancaster in a 3-deep prevent defense here to make sure nobody gets behind them.
9.7 to play till halftime in the Peterson Agency halftime report. We'll have to get out the schedule and see who Lancaster has next week.
I have that somewhere, Mark.
And I do too, but it's buried under the junk. Now here's Spurley to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll throw, and he threw it behind his intended receiver on a slant over the middle. That was intended for Vomstead, and now 4th and 10. They might as well just run a play here, Tom.
I agree.
6.3 seconds to play till halftime. Besides, if you punt, in fact, they call a timeout. If you punt the football and the adventures they've had punting the football, that could lead to disaster. So, yeah, why not run a play here and chew up that last 6.3 seconds?
You never know. You might get a penalty on the defense. All sorts of things could happen. I got to think Lancaster's got to be pretty happy, Mark, with their first half performance here in the first game. They look like they're a more experienced team than they did last year.
Our game tonight being brought to you by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Call Safety Joe at H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving you in Lancaster, Fenimore, and Boscobel. H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving Southwest Wisconsin 24/7 since 1958. And also brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stilko. PAC provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. Here we go, final play. Lancaster prevent defense. And they run a running play with Lynch running to his right. Lynch now trying to find his way to get out of bounds. He's into Lancaster territory, and now penalty flag comes flying out. It's a gain all the way down to about the 30-yard line, but let's see what the penalty's all about. If it's on Lancaster, Mineral Point can run another play.
Yeah, if it's a face mask, they'll add on to that, and Mineral Point might be able to kick a field goal. Nope, blocking the back.
Oh, so that means the half ends. So, all of that for nothing. We've come to halftime, and the score is Lancaster 25, Mineral Point 7. Stick around. We've got the Peterson Agency halftime report next. This is Wolf Construction coverage of high school sports, brought to you by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com, a Queen Bee radio station. Now I'm going to burn a whole bunch of commercials here.
Okay, I've got stats if you need them, Mark. So.
All right. Well, let me manipulate this.
Yep. You just let me know.
Yeah.
Frustrating when the technology doesn't work.
And you take your vitamins daily. But what about your water? LV Labs can test your water for contaminants and make sure your family is only drinking pure and healthy water. We test drinking and well water for homes, businesses, and municipalities. Clean water is important for healthy living, and LV Labs of Lancaster can help. Call or message them on Facebook today. LV Labs. You know what's in your water? In Game 4. In Game 5. When it's back to school time, it's time to get to the shoebox in Black Earth. A huge selection of footwear for the kids and yourself is what you'll find. Check out the bargain box next door for great savings too. Back to school is in full swing at the shoebox in Black Earth. Service what it ought to be. For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves, providing full service to their customers at the highest quality. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes. Residents in Harvest will help them with their best. and extend their lifetime. Call Green Star Cleaning today. They're wearing the finest carpet and upholstery cleaning. They only use kid and pet-friendly products that are 100% non-toxic, hypoallergenic, and safe for all fibers. With no foam, no soap, no sticky residue, and no unnatural greases. Mention this ad and get 10% off any carpet and upholstery cleaning from Green Star Cleaning. Call and make your appointment today and learn more at greenstarcleaningllc.com. Halftime, 3 minutes. Streaming is powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. What keeps customers coming back to Anderson Weber for their vehicle maintenance? We have all the factory information to fix your car properly and make sure that you're confident when you're on the road. We have a long-standing reputation for quality work. A lot of our technicians have been here for years and years, and we stand behind what we do. All of us are master level, not master diagnostic. You're going to get an experienced technician work on your car. I'm Dr. Matt from Cuba City Family Dental. We know how hectic life can be. Everyone has a big to-do list, and it's easy to forget about yourself. But you should never neglect your dental health. Schedule a quick and easy checkup with Cuba City Family Dental. Set up an appointment by calling us at 608-744-2111 or visit us online at cubacityfamilydental.com. Make your appointment and see why people in the Tri-State can't say enough good stuff about the staff at Cuba City Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-State. Vondra Ag Service LLC. Brady Vondra, your local tech hybrid press, invites you and your family to enjoy this week's Grant County Fair. Brady wishes good luck to all of the exhibitors. Be sure to enjoy all the family fun from the food to the ride, live music, animals, and the great nightly entertainment. This message from Vondra Ag Service. See Brady at the Vondra Ag Tent and compete to win a prize in his Timed Footbox Challenge. You can also see the Vondra Ag Service Draw. It's all of this week's Grant County Fair in Lancaster. Culver's could have only started in Wisconsin. Our team member Nick will tell you why. Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. Wisconsin is a very state, so naturally, Culver's was inspired by everyone's favorite rich and creamy tradition, frozen custard. We make our fresh frozen custard with apples and new Culver's. It's a match or batch. Made in heaven. Come have a taste of Wisconsin. Welcome to Delicious. Stop by Culver's in Dubuque, Platteville, and Galena. Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech, this is where you belong. Veterinary Associates of Hazel Green and Galena invites you and your family to this week's Grant County Fair in Lancaster. You'll enjoy the entertainment, fair food, animals, and judging. Livestock auction is Saturday at 1 p.m. For a complete schedule, visit grantcounty.org. This Grant County Fair reminder is brought to you by Veterinary Associates of Hazel Green and Galena. Veterinary Associates is dedicated to providing the highest quality and most compassionate veterinary medical care and production medicine to clients in Northwest Illinois and Southwest Wisconsin. Halftime, 3 minutes.
97.7 Country, WGLR. It's halftime with the Lancaster Flying Arrows leading the Mineral Point Pointers 25-7. Welcome to the Peterson Agency halftime report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle, where your West End Mutual and Hastings Mutual Insurance agent, Brian Peterson, specializes in farm, home, auto, and umbrella policies. WGLR FM Lancaster, Mark Evenstad with Tom Nices, recapping the first half. Couple of plays into the football game. Mineral Point fumbled the football, and Lancaster recovered. And a couple of plays later, Andrew Taylor took it in from a few yards out, making it 6-0. The extra point no good. Lancaster leading 6-0. Mineral Point getting the football back had a bizarre next series. They had a punt block, but Brennan Lynch recovered the football and then advanced it for a first down. So that kept the drive alive to the 37-yard line. Several plays after that, they faked the punt, and they picked up a first down just barely. They had to measure for it, but they kept the drive alive. And on the couple of plays later, then Ackerman hauled in a 28-yard touchdown pass from Spurley. Bombstab with the extra point, and that made the score 7-6, Mineral Point. But Lancaster was able to recover from that and get another touchdown. Jacob Dival, a 2-yard touchdown run. The extra point failed, 12-7. Lancaster led at the end of one. Second quarter, Lancaster on another drive. They get an 18-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Dival to Brady Oyen. Murphy added the extra point. That made the score 19-7. And then later in the second quarter, a Lancaster touchdown with Kobe Lowe on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The extra point attempt failed because of a bad snap, and that made the score 25-7, which is where we are right now. The Lancaster Flying Arrows leading the Mineral Point Pointers. Tom, you got some stats for us?
Yes, I do. Individually for Mineral Point, Spurley 8 for 18, 72 yards and a touchdown. Lynch is the leading ball carrier, 6 carries, 35 yards. For Lancaster, Jacob Dival, 6 for 8, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had an excellent first half. He's also rushed 7 times for 43 yards and a touchdown. And Brady Oyen, as I predicted to you in my game notes when I sent those early in the week, is a big target at receiver. 5 catches, 95 yards and a touchdown, including off that flea flicker play, which was exciting. Lancaster is dominating the team stats too, Mark. 180 yards, total yards to 115 for point. Time of possession is pretty even. Mineral Point only averaging about 3 yards per carry. Rushing, Lancaster is at about 6 yards per carry, which is really good. Point throwing 8 for 18, 72 yards. Lancaster 6 for 8, 98 yards. Point with 1 turnover. Lancaster is out first down. Mineral Point 10-6, and penalties a little bit of a factor. Point 6 penalties, 40 yards, only 2 for Lancaster. So that's basically the numbers in the first half, Mark.
As far as turnovers go, Lancaster recovered a fumble for 1 turnover. Then you can kind of say that there was another turnover. That was on that botched punt formation play in which Bombstad couldn't corral a bad snap, and Lancaster took over. Those are turnovers brought to you by Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles, a caring approach with 2 locations to better serve you. That's Lancaster Dental Associates. Also, our football game tonight is brought to you by Brian's Body and Paint Specialists in Lancaster. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for the unexpected dings or major repair projects. Brian's Auto Body and Paint of Lancaster. Farmers Family Dental. Dr. Wade Farmer offers facial aesthetic services as well as all of your dental needs. For big city dentistry with a hometown feel, call on Farmers Family Dental of Lancaster. D&D Electric in Lancaster, specializing in industrial wiring, maintenance, install, and control. That's Flying Arrows, proud D&D Electric of Lancaster. 25-7, Lancaster leads over the Mineral Point Pointers, and that concludes your Peterson Agency halftime report. Second half action is coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. All right, perfect. .97.7 Country WGLR, halftime concluding from Lancaster High School with the Lancaster Flying Arrows leading 25-7. Dewey's Tire Repair bringing you the turf and weather sponsor tonight, and the weather forecast tonight from News 3 Now. Variable clouds, mild, a very, very, very slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, and a low of 64. And right now we have a beautiful evening in Lancaster. Currently it's, what is it here, 77 degrees? 72 degrees now in Lancaster. At 97.7 Country WGLR, Lancaster will be receiving to begin the second half. So I got to believe that they could actually put together a knockout punch here in the early going. For Mineral Point, the challenge will be stopping Lancaster from doing that. And if they can get a score themselves, make it 25-14, you got a little bit of a different football game.
That's kind of what I was going to say, Mark. You stole my thunder. I think it is, if Lancaster can take this opening second half kickoff and score, that's going to be pretty tough for Mineral Point. But Point, if you can get a stop, even better, get a turnover and a score, then you're right back in the game. So the question I have for you, Mark, do you think Point would be desperate enough to try an onside kick? Just, roll the dice a little bit. I've seen it done before, and it would certainly be a momentum changer.
I don't know. I don't think so. If the stakes were higher, maybe, Tom. This were a mid-season or later season game,
or a playoff game,
or a conference game too. Non-conference here, start out the season. Probably that's rolling the dice a little bit too much here at this stage, but we'll see what transpires here. Of course, it's a festive weekend here in Lancaster because of the Grant County Fair in progress right now. You see the lights of the fair just off in the distance.
I see smoke every once in a while. When it was lighter, was that the Brat tent or something?
Well, of course, there used to be a point in time they used to have the truck and tractor pulls here, and in past years, right around this time of year, when Lancaster would be playing football, you get that nice, fresh smell of diesel fuel in the air.
Well, where I live, though, Mark, diesel fuel in the air is more preferable to the smell of manure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just think what it's like down in Texas, Tom, on a really hot night, and when you might have a finishing plant or a finishing facility near a high school football field. Ooh, ouch. Yeah.
Well, it's good to be working with you again, Mark.
Yes, it is, Tom.
I'm always impressed by how you overcome technological difficulties. You are a wise, sage veteran.
I thought going into tonight I was supposed to be the crash test dummy.
Well, we persevered. What's life without a few obstacles and challenges?
Indeed. I wonder if they're going to put 3 more minutes on the clock here because Lancaster is still warming up. Mineral Point, they're on their sideline. And I don't think they're going to put any time on the clock. They're just going to let Lancaster just loosen up here, and then we will start the second half with Lancaster leading 25-7.
Mark, they just signaled up here to put 3 minutes on the clock.
Okay, well, that gives us a moment here to mention some of the other great sponsors. Like in Mineral Point, we've got lots of great sponsors, including Ivy's Construction of Mineral Point. Ivy Construction is a family-owned and operated ready-mix, aggregate, and excavation company serving southwest Wisconsin. Ivy Construction of Mineral Point. Tony's Tap in Mineral Point. They offer great tasting lunches, fabulous Friday fish, and they're located on the Cheese Country Trail. So bring your ATVs and UTVs and enjoy a great day out at Tony's Tap and the Cheese Country Trail. That's Tony's Tap in Mineral Point. Last time I was there, it was March. It was when Mineral Point defeated Cuba City in the boys high school basketball regional final, I believe it was. Might have been a semifinal, but stopped in at Tony's Tap right after that. Oh my gosh, it was a festive atmosphere there.
Well, after our regional final last year, I could have gone to Tony's tap and drowned some sorrows for a little bit. It didn't work out quite so well for us.
Another sponsor from the Mineral Point area and Dodgeville area is Corrigan Funeral Services, caring for families from all walks of life since 1942. Leaders in their profession, dedicated to excellence in service and the highest integrity. Corrigan Funeral Services in Dodgeville and Mineral Point.
Okay, I think we're ready to go here.
We are. Out of the fast 3 minutes. And so, here it is, Bomstead kicking off, deep to receive, Dival, Oyen, and also for Lancaster will be Logan Wolf. Wolf will on the near side, Dival in the middle, and then Oyen flanked to the far left. Here's a short kickoff that Oyen's going to run up on it and catch it at the 20, 25-yard line, got a bit of a seam, 30-yard line, and upended at the 32. There was a seam there, a little bit of a seam, but Mineral Point closed it up quickly with Will Schulte making the tackle.
Well, that answered my question real fast, Mark. No onside kick. So let's see this first possession of the half. This is huge for the Point defense to try to get back into the game.
1st and 10. The Lancaster Flying Arrows have the football at their own 31-yard line to start the second half, and leading 25-7. Here is Jacob Dival taking the snap, feeding it to, nope, going to keep it himself. Showed it to Lola and pulls it back. Now he's running with the football. 40, 45-yard line, sideline, 40, 35. Comes back to the inside and he's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. It is a 69-yard touchdown run by Jacob Dival.
Wow, what great faking, first of all. And then secondly, he made that one cut, and then his speed, even though the Point defender had the angle, he just outran the defense. Jacob Dival is serving notice here tonight.
It's a Southwest asphalt sealing and striping touchdown. Called Jeff for crack and asphalt sealing and striping needs. 31-7 Lancaster leads. 19 seconds into the second half. And now here's Murphy on to try the extra point. And he'll do it out of the hold of Nolan Wolf. That's an impressive run by Dival. Snap down, here's the kick. And it's through. 32-7. Lancaster, we'll keep it here.
Well, I tell you, Mark, he did not get a lot of yardage running in the first half, but it's kind of like a good tailback. You keep feeding him the ball, and maybe gets a yard, 3 yards, 2 yards, but he always has that potential to break off the long run, and that's what Jacob Dival did there.
Well, he was a running back his sophomore year, Tom.
Yeah.
And he got some good experience running the football, finding holes, that type of stuff. Of course, that was John Hoke's last year coaching, and of course, he was doing that out of a wishbone formation. 32-7 our score, and now Murphy will be kicking off, and deep to receive for the Mineral Point Pointers will be Tremaine Kennecker. He's to the near side.
Going to be really tough for Point to come back and win this game, but what you want to do here the rest of the half is build some momentum for next week and the weeks ahead. They got a young team and use this as experience.
Brendan Lynch will be the other kick returner off to the right. Lancaster kicking off from left to right. Here's the kick. End over end kick. And it's going to be taken by Kennecker. Is he going to keep it himself? He does on the fake reverse. And then he slides his way ahead to about the 25-yard line and swallowed up there.
Boy, Lancaster's tackling has been really good tonight, Mark. My mind, I cannot recall an obvious tackle that they have missed. Now watch him miss a tackle.
That's usually what fate will do for you. From the 25-yard line, here's Spurley handing it off. Lynch gets spun around, keeps his feet, and spins down to around the 27-yard line. He picks up a couple. Second down, 8 yards to go at the 27 for the Pointers. Of course, Lancaster, 11 trips to the state tournament, 7 state championships, 4 runner-ups. Talk about Point here in a moment. Second down, 8. Spurley under pressure, throws downfield and incomplete. That was over the head of everybody. And it'll bring up third down. Mineral Point does not have any state championships, but they did play for a state championship in 1999, where they played Owen Withey. That was a great defensive team. And of course, Ron Murphy, the great late Ron Murphy, the coach of that Mineral Point team years ago. That was the last game he coached. 3rd and 8 from the 27. Just under 11 minutes to play, third quarter. 32-7 Lancaster. Spurley back to pass, throws over the head of the receiver cutting back. I think they had trying to get a bubble screen working that time, but he overthrew Kennecker to bring up 4th down.
That was kind of the worst possible outcome for Mineral Point. 3 and out without advancing for even 1 first down, which means Lancaster is going to get great field position again.
Bomstad will be kicking it at around his own 15-yard line. Brady Owen back to receiver around his own 40. Snap a little bit off target, catches, kicks it. Nice lofty kick. That's going to roll past Oyen, and this is going to keep bouncing, and it's going to be downed right around the 25-yard line, maybe the 23. Yes, the 23. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancaster Flying Arrows at their own 23-yard line with 10:45 to play in the third quarter, and the Arrows are leading 32-7.
Well, this was advertised as a big game, non-conference game, but this ought to give Lancaster an awful lot of confidence moving forward, Mark.
They have it right now, 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line, and Diebold drops the snap, picks it up, and he'll run with it straight up the middle, and he'll actually gain yardage as he slips through and gets yardage to about the 29-yard line. He picks up about 6 yards.
Yeah, he's going to have pretty good numbers on the ground after starting very slowly. In fact, I'll look at Mark, and I'll let you know how many yards he has here.
The lights taking full effect here at Lancaster as we're in the third quarter.
8 carries, 112 yards, Mark.
Well, of course, 69 of that on one big play.
Yeah.
Here's 2nd down and 6, and Diebold takes it right straight up the middle. Dodges tacklers. Stutter step move ahead to the 35, 36-yard line and upended there. And you got a point player who's down after making the tackle. Bomstad was in on the stop, but there's another point player who was in on that stop, and he's down right now. So the stop play for a Mineral Point injury. And it's a 1st down for the Arrows, and that's a Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena. Flying Arrow 1st down.
I think that's Jacob Phillips, a 6'3" sophomore that's on the field at about the 35-yard line.
Lancaster will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Playing here on a Thursday night, I was asking Jordan Rolland, you're avoiding a Green Bay Packer conflict with this, and he laughed and he said, well, that wasn't really the intent. It's just that we didn't have officials lined up for Friday night, so it was either play Thursday or play Saturday. So that's what's happening.
That's going to become an issue, I think, Mark, in basketball and football and probably all the other sports. What are you going to do,
Can't play the game without officials.
You can't.
1st and 10 Arrows, their own 39-yard line. Working left to right, leading 32-7. Diebold takes the snap, and he'll hand it to Lowe. And we'll work between the tackles and gets past the 40-yard line. That is Alvarado instead. There we go. Number 0. Number 0, Peyton Alvarado. I saw the 0. I thought maybe it was Lowe because he's 10, but just 1 digit. And Alvarado picks up a couple of yards to the 41-yard line. 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Lancaster. Now in control, 32-7. Handoff. And Alvarado will take it ahead, again between the tackles, ahead to the 43. And Taryn Riley, the stop for the Mineral Point Pointers. And now Alvarado will come out, and Lowe will come back in. Third down and 6 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, the 43.
You know, under John Hoke, they ran that wishbone offense so well. They had that big fullback that they could pound up in there.
Oh, Corey Hahn.
Yeah, Lancaster doesn't have that now, so I think the spread is a good call. I think it works to their advantage.
Two receivers to the right. Now Dival back to pass. Throws short, pass caught, 50-yard line, and then wrestled down. And Brady Oyen makes the catch. Is Taryn Riley with a little bit of a help from Jaden Golly.
Coming back though, Mark, there was a hold called on Lancaster.
So wipe it away. Third down and long will be coming up.
I was going to say, I didn't think they got a real good spot on that play. I thought he caught it at the sticks.
Yeah, me too. In fact, I thought he caught it past the 50. But it's all null and void. The ball will come back instead to the 33. They have to get to the 49 to get a first down. So it's third down and 16 at the 33. Three receivers now to the left, and now there's some confusion. Wolf is saying, wait a minute, am I supposed to be in the slot? No, you're supposed to be on the island here to the left, to the right rather. And the snap fumble momentarily by Dival, picks it up. Now he throws it, heaves it downfield, and incomplete. If that was just a little bit shorter, Oyen would have caught up with it, and he would have taken it to the house.
One thing Lancaster is going to, I'm sure, work on this week in practice, those snaps back to the quarterback, Mark, they're consistently on the ground, and that kind of ruins your timing. But if that's the only problem they've had, that's pretty good first week.
So it is fourth down and 16. Oyen will punt. Two receivers deep to receive for Mineral Point, back at around the 30. Good snap. Bit of a short kick, gonna bounce at about the 45, and then bounce around and be down at the 43.
You a fair goer, Mark?
No, not so much. Used to be.
Kind of a young person's thing, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. When I was a kid, though, it's funny. I like the rides, like the tilt-a-whirl. And here, I'll finish the story in a moment here. First and 10 at the 43 for Mineral Point. As Spurley takes the snap. Play action. Rolling out to the near side. He's going to run into two Lancaster tacklers as he gets pounded. In on the stop for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, you had Joe Esser, who is one.
And Aiden Hawk, I think, was the other one, Mark.
All right. Hawk and Esser converged on him. Double check it here. Yep, Esser along with Hawk. Second down, 10 yards to go, no gain on that play. Here's Spurley with a handoff to Lynch, and he's unable to get much going as he is stopped by Mitchell Wolf.
Well, that front seven, Mark, is as good as advertised in the preseason publications. Points running game is really ground to a halt.
Talk about the tilt-a-whirl, Tom. Several years ago, we had our granddaughter with us for Cheese Days in Monroe. And, they had some amusement rides there. So I went on the tilt-a-whirl with my granddaughter. Oh, my gosh. I thought my brains were splattered in the back. Here's a reverse handoff, and dodging tacklers is Taryn Riley up the left sideline, and he gets bounced out of bounds. The official here says keep the clock running because the contact after it was initiated just bounced him out of bounds, but he didn't step out of bounds. It wasn't because of the tackle. And it's going to bring up fourth down now at the 48-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. Let's see what Point does. They're lining up like they're going to punt.
I would think they have to here, Mark.
Clock is running, 6:20 to play, third quarter. Lancaster's got too many men on the field. They run one off. Oyen back to receive. Snap back. And Bomstead kicks it away. Williams under at the 15. Head to the 20-yard line. Works his way left. Past the 20 to the 23, and down he goes.
He's going to break one this year, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm predicting that right now. He looks really comfortable back there.
1st and 10, Lancaster at their own 23. Yeah, when that tilt-a-whirl, I don't remember the tilt-a-whirl throwing you around so much. Here I got out of that thing, and it's like, oh my gosh, where are my brains?
Maybe a concussion, huh?
And of course, my granddaughter was like, I don't know, she was 6 or 7 years old at the time. She loved it.
Grandpa, let's go again.
Yes, that was it. Yeah. So we have a 1st and 10 for the Arrows at their own 23, 6:01 to play, 3rd quarter. Lancaster leads 32-7. Handoff to Alvarado. Yep, Alvarado took it and got it ahead to about the 25-yard line where he gets spilled there. And on the stop for the Pointers is Jaden Galley.
Stay with me on this, Mark. I'd like to see Lancaster put the ball up on this drive. I think you got to build some confidence in the throw game and give Jacob Dival a chance to throw the football. That's the area he really needed to improve on, and this is great game reps.
Yeah, not to run the score up, just to, to work on the skills. Here's a...
Oh, what a cut.
Oh, yeah, there's a Dival up the middle. He's got a seam. He's to the 40, to the 30. Cuts back to the inside, 20, to the 15, and brought down at the 10-yard line. Boy, that bit was a big seam, and that's because Dival took the snap and then took one step back and then blasted off. He froze the defenders by that little drop step, and away he went.
And he made a great cut in the middle of the field as well, Mark, and I think that's Kenneker, again, with a cramp problem. Mm-hmm. He missed a tackle when Dival made a cut to the middle of the field, and he cramped up again here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're stretching that out right now, but that is a run of 65 yards by Dival, and it's that drop step that's kind of helped him get that big seam to open up and froze the defenders.
Gave the lineman a chance to make a block.
Yeah. And that is also a 1st down, and it is a Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena 1st down, and with the ball at the 10-yard line, the Arrows are in the green zone. That's brought to you by Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. If you love cheese, you'll like Bytech. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, a greener way.
They've been in the green zone most of the night.
Yeah, I'll say. All right, looks like right now Kenneker got that cramp ironed out. Not happy with himself for missing a tackle and then cramping up. But again, on a warm night, that's something that's very commonplace.
Actually surprised we haven't seen more of it tonight.
Mm-hmm. So 1st and 10, Arrows at the 10-yard line, or 1st and goal, if you will, inside the green zone. 5:10 remaining, 3rd quarter. Lancaster 32, Mineral Point 7. Low snap picked up by Dival. He'll run with the football and he'll go right off tackle. And he's able to pick up about 2 yards down to the 8-yard line. Tackle is made by Matthew Arrett for the Pointers.
Yeah, they're going to have to clean up that snap because that's, in another game that could cause a turnover and give you big problems.
I believe it is 2nd down and 6. At the 6, I believe they can pick up a 1st down inside the 1. There's Dival handing it off to Lowe. Rather, it's Alvarado. And Alvarado surges into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, is he fast, isn't he, Mark? Quick, off the handoff. And what a great job by the veteran Lancaster offensive line as well, who have really blocked well tonight against an experienced and a good Mineral Point defense.
A quite experienced Lancaster offensive line, anchored by Will Busson, Connor Brewer, Ryan McCartney, TJ Nelson, and Connor Raisbeck. That is a touchdown brought to you by Southwest Asphalt Sealing and Striping. Call Jeff for crack and asphalt sealing and striping needs. Murphy on to try the extra point. But we have a stoppage because we have a penalty flag.
Must be motion on Lancaster.
It is, because Lancaster's going to drop back 5 yards. 38-7 is our score. 4:29 to play, third quarter.
I never thought that we'd have a score like this tonight.
No. Well, Lancaster had 38 last year against Mineral Point. Low snap once again. This time the kick on the way, and it's wide left. Lancaster had 38 last year, 38 now, but they have a 31-point lead. It's Lancaster 38, Mineral Point 7. We are back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and WGLR.com. There we go.
Meaningful work of our counties and lakes. And this year, Home Floor Show is celebrating with an all-American savings event. If it's made in the USA, it's on sale in a big way. In our cabinets, countertops, and flooring galleries, start by receiving a free $100 gas gift card for every $1,000 you spend. The more you buy, the more $100 gas cards you receive. Plus, right now you'll get free installation on any premier carpet gallery purchase. That's big. And Home and Floor Show has huge savings on granite countertops, too. We even beat the big box store. Plus, as the largest furniture store in the tri-state, our buying power finds our showrooms full with new fall selection. And for this special event, take a bonus 10% off your purchase of just $1,000. Or 20% off your purchase of $4,000. Or an extra 25% off the sale price purchase of over $4,000. It's a Labor Day celebration you won't want to miss, and it's only at Home and Floor Show. If you
97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. Wolf Construction coverage of high school sports from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. 38-7, Lancaster leads. They kick off now, and from the 20-yard line, this is a return ahead to about the 30-yard line and out of bounds. And on the return for the Mineral Point Pointers was Luke Filardo. He got chased out of bounds by Gallinger. And also for the special teams tackle for the Lancaster Flying Arrows,
I think we have
Mitchell Wolf.
I think we have our second cramp of the night, Mark.
Yeah, that's, again, that's to be expected. 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. And you might see both teams start playing some other kids here, being in the first game of the season. Get them some experience. Lancaster playing in the SWC again this year after 2 years in the SWAL. And kind of a cobbled schedule that first year in the SWAL because of COVID-19. And then again last year with Wyatt Minch, who is still hobbling a little bit.
Yeah, must be a cramp. I think he's okay, though.
Mm-hmm. But, of course, in past years for Lancaster playing in the SWC, well, it's interesting, Tom, is that Lancaster and Mineral Point years ago were conference rivals in the old Southern 8.
Yep. That was a great conference.
Mm-hmm. Here's Spurley from the pistol. Back to pass, rushes on, now steps up in the pocket, throws downfield. He's got a man, Taryn Riley, great catch. He caught it diving ahead and catches it at the 35-yard line of Lancaster.
Nice job by Spurley. He was under a lot of pressure. He stepped up and put that ball right on target.
Great catch by Riley. That ball was a little bit overthrown. He lunged out and caught it. Now up to the line of scrimmage quickly. And here's a handoff up the middle. And pickup of about 3 yards.
It's Gallo, I think, running the football.
There we go. Now back to pass, Spurley. Waits, throws, and he's got a man open. And it's Riley over the middle into the end zone. Touchdown!
Whoa!
35-yard touchdown strike from Spurley to Riley.
Boy, they sure made that drive look easy.
Yeah. That makes the score 38-13. Now Mineral Point, they will go for two. Spurley from the pistol, rolls out to his right. Now he'll throw it up in the air in the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Pretty small window there.
Yeah. Pass fails, and with 3:46 to play, third quarter, our score is Lancaster 38, Mineral Point 13. We're going to come back after this timeout on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. There we go.
I like to think of us as the dentist of the auto industry. You don't take care of your teeth, the dentist is going to be your worst enemy. And if you don't take care of your car, you're not going to like it very much. If you're maintaining your car as it should, you're going to get that 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles out of that vehicle that Toyota's well known for. Brian Surface Construction is the area's leading authorized brick building construction company. For all your construction needs, contact Brian Surface Construction in Mineral Point. Brick building, your dreams, their building expertise. Together we can do something specialized.
Wolf Construction coverage of high school sports presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country, WGLR. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Mark Evenstad with Tom Nisus. 38-13, Lancaster leads Mineral Point. Let's see if maybe Mineral Point will want to try an onside kick here. Just to say that they tried it. They do kind of a short kick, but the Arrows recover the football right away at the 41-yard line. Let's see who got on that right away. That was Wolf. That was nice job by Mitchell Wolf, who smothered that football at the 42-yard line. And that was a good idea by Mineral Point to try a little short kick that time to see if they could regain possession.
And Wolf did a nice job of just catching the football, Mark. He didn't try to catch it and run. He just wanted to secure it, and he did that. You know, that last drive by Mineral Point, I didn't notice, Mark. Maybe you can help me. Did Lancaster go to the bench in the secondary? Those receivers were really open.
Yeah, that could be. Here's Dival handing off to Alvarado, and he is trapped, and then is able to squirm out of that and get maybe a yard ahead to the 42, the 43. He'll pick up 2. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Yeah, maybe it's also could be a case that Lancaster's secondary is pretty young, and they've got some work to do back there.
Second down, 8 yards to go from their own 43-yard line. Arrows leading 38-13. Opening game of the season. 2 receivers split out here to the near side, with Andrew Taylor being one of them on the edge, and Oyen in the slot. And this time it's going to be Dival powering his way off to his left, and he's able to surge past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Whole host of tacklers for the Mineral Point Pointers in on that stop. Leading the way for the Pointers.
Dival's going to have to come off for a play, Mark, because he lost his helmet again. I think that happened in the first half.
Tackle was made by Matthew Orritt for the Pointers. Clock is running. 2:45 to play, third quarter. A third down and 5 coming up for Lancaster. Line of scrimmage, the 44.
Nolan Wolf is the quarterback.
He wears number 8. He'll take the snap, and then he'll feed it to Alvarado. He busts right up the middle, 50-yard line, and then brought down for a first down. Happy Joes of Lancaster and Galena. Arrow first down on a quick hitter up the middle by Alvarado, and a first down for the Arrows.
Must have been some good blocking up front, Mark, because you would think Point, with the change at quarterback, would be looking for a run, and they were still unable to stop it.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play, third quarter, 38-13. Lancaster out in front. Dival takes the snap and gives it this time to Lull, swinging to his right, and Lull is able to work his way to the outside to the 45-yard line. And the tackle is made by Bryce Momstad for Mineral Point.
I like the combination of speed and power that Lancaster has in their backfield. The backs are the speed, and your power is your quarterback, and that works well together.
Second down, 6 yards to go with the line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line for the Lancaster Flying Arrows. They are out in front, 38-13. Peterson Agency, I should say, we'll have our Culver's Cool Down postgame show after all of this is all over. Here's Dival faking in the middle, runs up the middle, gets to about the 44, and then he's driven back. Mineral Point clogged the holes nicely that time, and a stop was made by Jimmy Tibbetts for the Pointers.
Well, if you're Lancaster, you want to keep the clock running, and you don't want to turn the ball over here, especially at midfield, to give Point a short field to try to score on and get back into this game.
Third down, 6 yards to go at the 44-yard line for the Flying Arrows. Dival, pistol formation. And he's got Alvarado flanking to his left, and he'll throw it and overthrew his intended receiver for Oyen out on the flat left, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's probably the worst pass he's thrown all night, but in his defense, moving left for a right-handed quarterback and throwing accurately is tough. So let's see what Lancaster's going to do here.
23.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. 38-13, Lancaster is leading. Looks like they're keeping their offense on the field.
I think they are. Well, there's always that quick kick option.
Dival did a little bit of punting last year. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. So they got a trips formation out there. And the single setback, Alvarado. Dival juggles the snap. Now he throws over the middle. The pass caught by Wolf, and he's got a first down. Inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line. Just lobbed it up there for Mitchell Wolf. He caught it and picks up another Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena Flying Arrow first down.
I think Wolf faked the slant and then cut it up, and I think Duvall made a very nice pump fake, and that opened things up. Great execution there.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Lancaster will have the football first and 10 at the 20 inside the green zone. Brought to you by Bitech Resource Management. Lancaster 38, Mineral Point 13, fourth quarter next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. All right, I can.
So you've decided to live a healthier lifestyle. You try to stay more active, you watch what you eat, and you take your vitamins daily. But what about your water? LV Labs can test your water for contaminants and make sure your family is only drinking pure and healthy water. They test drinking and well water for homes, businesses, and municipalities. Clean water is important for healthy living, and LV Labs of Lancaster can help. Call or message them on Facebook today. LV Labs. You know what's in your water? In Game 9.
High school football brought to you by Claire Bank with 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting high school sports. That's Claire Bank when they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Back to pass, Dival throws for the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Tried to squeeze that into Andrew Taylor, but was defended nicely by the Mineral Point defender, who apparently cramped up once again.
That's Kenneker again,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. that left leg. He's trying to stretch that thing out, and he is trying to work that out.
He made a great defensive play there.
He did.
There.
Yeah, Claire Bank, one of our sponsors tonight. Vondra Ag Service, LLC. They sponsor any field goals made in the game. See Brady Vondra, your local Beck's hybrid dealer in Platteville, to help reach your field goals. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling. West End Salvage handles construction and demolition waste too. That's West End Salvage of Lancaster. Other sponsors tonight. We have Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Community First Bank, serving you in Boscobel, Fenimore, Lancaster, Livingston, Muscadet, Platteville, and Prairie du Chien. First for you, member FDIC. Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. Mound City Bank's total line of credit, allowing you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. And Hazy Service and Towing of Montford, your trusted friend for service and towing. Hazy Service and Towing, Montford, better equipped to better serve. So, play will resume with a 2nd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. The Lancaster Flying Arrows inside the Bitech Resource Management green zone. Bitech Resource Management of Monroe, a greener way.
Through 3 quarters, Lancaster is approaching 400 yards in total offense, and Jacob Duvall has gone over 300 yards of total offense.
2nd and 10 from the 20. And the official says, all right, let's restart play. Wide side, the near side. Dival takes the snap, rolling out to his left now, straightens up, throws for the end zone, incomplete. Off target that time for the intended receiver, Logan Wolf. Wolf, a 5'11", 170-pound junior. A lot of juniors and sophomores contributing to this team.
That was a pretty good throw, I thought, Mark. Rolling left, throwing.
Just faded a little bit too far.
Yeah, and, they ran out of sideline.
2 receivers left. One to the right. Alvarado now in as the setback. And Dival getting ready to take the snap on 3rd and 10. Low snap, picks it up. Now he's going to run right up the middle. And he carries tacklers with him, and a penalty flag comes flying out. He's able to gain yardage close to a 1st down. But I think this is coming back, yes.
What was the call, holding?
Yes. So wipe out the play. 3rd and 20 will be coming up. Back to the 30-yard line with 11:42 to play in the football game, and Lancaster comfortably in front, 38-13.
Penalties have not been a real factor here tonight.
No, not really.
Been a pretty clean game, which is always more fun to watch.
3rd down and 20 from the 30. Dival taking a low snap. Now steps back to pass. Fires over the middle. The pass caught. End zone. Touchdown. Lancaster. Logan Wolf caught it despite the very physical presence of the defender.
We have a Lancaster player down here too.
That was Luke Kisgan, who was all over on top of Wolf, but Wolf out wrestled him for the football.
Yeah, great throw, maybe even a better catch, and pretty good defense.
Yeah. So Logan Wolf with the touchdown, and that, my friends, is another touchdown scored tonight. And that touchdown brought to you by Southwest Asphalt Sealing and Striping. Call Jeff for crack and asphalt sealing and striping needs.
This is one of the Lancaster linemen that's down, Mark. I did not see his number.
Is Logan Wolf, a 30-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Dival with the extra point still to come. 44-13 is our score. And play will resume shortly after the Lancaster player is tended to.
This might be another cramp.
We had A win today by the Milwaukee Brewers, 5-3 over the Los Angeles Dodgers on our shoebox scoreboard. Also, on the shoebox scoreboard update, the Chicago Bears are shutting out the vaunted Seattle Seahawks 24-0. That game is in the third quarter.
Well, hopefully the Bears will get all their winning out of their system in the preseason. Interesting what's going on down in Chicago. That the team may be moving out, out of Soldiers Field. We'll see.
I would think that if the Chicago Bears are purchasing Arlington Park, Arlington Heights racetrack and all, that's probably what they have in mind. That McCartney.
Is that 58?
That would be Isaac Mayor-Quinn.
You never like to see anybody.
Isaac Mayor-Quinn.
Never like to see anybody helped off the field here. Let's hope it's nothing serious.
Now they'll set up for the extra point, swinging gate. Murphy on to try the extra point. 44-13 to score now. Snap is down. Here's the kick. It's up and good. So that makes the score 45-13. The Arrows have the lead. Murphy with the extra point. Lancaster took a 6-0 lead. Mineral Point went out in front 7-6, but that was short-lived, and it's been all Lancaster since that first quarter. Our sponsors tonight include Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stilko, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. D&D Electric in Lancaster, specializing in industrial wiring, maintenance, install, and control. Flying Arrow proud, that's D&D Electric of Lancaster. Our post-game will include the drive of the game, Tricor Turning Point, and the scrapper of the game. We'll get to all those and more as part of the Culver's Cool Down post-game show coming up in a little bit. Michael Murphy on the kickoff. Two men deep to receive for the Mineral Point Pointers. Gotta believe one will be Brennan Lynch. And I don't know if Kinnicker is back there or not. He's been bothered by cramps tonight. Here's the kickoff. Nice high kick. And taken at the 15-yard line. And then the give. And up the far sideline, past the 30, 35-yard line, and out of bounds there.
I think I see Kinnicker on the bench over there, Mark, with his helmet off, so we might not see him the rest of the night.
That was Luke Filardo on the return for Mineral Point. So they have it, 1st and 10. And they have it at their own 31-yard line. 11:14 to play in the football game, 45-13. Lancaster leads it. Two receivers set to the near side and two more to the left. Single setback for Spurley. Takes the snap, waits, looked right, now he'll look left. Now he'll fire and throw, and the pass is incomplete. Threw that one in traffic. Karen Riley, one of the intended receivers, but a lot of Flying Arrow personnel there near the midfield stripe.
Generally, never a good idea to throw late and over the middle.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Line of scrimmage to 31 for Mineral Point, trailing 45-13 with 11 minutes and 6 seconds left in the football game. Now a receiver in the slot, wide side, near side. And back to pass is Spurley. Now he's dancing around the pocket. Now he gets a little bit of clearance. Penalty flag comes flying out. Throws long downfield, overthrows everybody and around the 30-yard line.
That will be a hold in the backfield, and Spurley took a shot there. He was pretty slow to get up. He's still bent over.
See if Lancaster takes the penalty. Nope. They'll decline it. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Good idea. Move the game along.
Yeah, and their defense has been pretty good tonight, so trust the defense.
Well, I was about to say move the game along because we got games tomorrow, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I got to get my beauty sleep.
Oh, jeez. I got to get up really early after getting some sleep. And then put the first news of the day on tomorrow. Here's a short pass into the flat, left-hand side, and spinning out of bounds. That is Bomstead.
Well, this is not good for Lancaster, Mark. Brady Oyen is...
Yeah, he's down.
He was headed off the field holding his left shoulder, and he didn't make it to the sideline.
Yeah, he's stretched out there, right out the 40-yard line. He's being looked at.
Yeah, that would be a very bad injury.
It'll be 4th down and 7 when play resumes. Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line for Lancaster. We'll have the drive of the game brought to you by Les Mack Chevy Buick downtown and Les Mack Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Scrapper of the game brought to you by West End Salvage. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Doolittle's Pub and Eatery, open for lunch or dinner, 11 until close, Tuesday through Saturday, with delicious pizza starting at 4. The outdoor patio now open for the season. Doolittle's on the square in Lancaster. Also Platteville Collision Center, expert color matching, frame and unibody straightening, baked on finishing to keep paint shining longer. Trust the repair people at Platteville Collision Center. So they got Oyen off the field. Let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he looked okay coming off.
4th down, 7 yards to go. Here's Spurley rolling out. Penalty flag comes out, and Bomstead gets leveled, and he took a shot. The pass incomplete.
Logan Wolf.
Wow, he really laid it out, didn't he?
Yep, perfect timing. Hit the receiver just as the ball arrived, and the penalty flag was holding in the backfield on Mineral Point, which will be declined, and Lancaster will take over in tremendous field position here at the 35 of Mineral Point. With a touchdown here, we move to a moving clock, which will get you to your bedtime a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we right now have a 32-point difference. So a touchdown or even a field goal
Yes.
would trigger the running clock. 1st and 10 Arrows. They have it at the Mineral Point 35. Dival, inside handoff, Alvarado, and he's unable to get through the body traffic. And he stopped. He stopped before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Mineral Point smelled that out pretty well. Tibbetts in on the stop.
I'm a little surprised that Jacob Dival is still the quarterback. Mark, this would be an opportunity to give Alvarado maybe a little bit of time if he's your backup.
2nd down and 11 from the 36. A 2-receiver set to the near side. Dival waiting for the snap. Takes it. Hands it off to Alvarado. He'll move the pile, pass through the middle, and pick up yardage inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Good run by Alvarado as he was able to slip off of the intended tackle by Jaden Galley.
Runs low, really quick.
3rd down coming up, 3rd and about 2. Line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. Check that, the 27-yard line. And the clock running. 9.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Yeah, and keep that clock running. It is Dival from the pistol. Handing it off. No, he's going to pull it back, keep it himself. Spins his way and picks up a 1st down as he refuses to go down. A whole host of tacklers all over him, and finally they wrestle him down at about the 23.
He always moves that pile forward. That was a tough run.
That is a Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena. Flying arrow first down. There's been plenty of those tonight. Now we got about 9 minutes to play. 45-13, the Arrows. Dival getting a play from Jordan Rowland. And of course, Lancaster, no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. They want to milk the clock down as much as possible. Lancaster with Taylor Williams now as a receiver to the outside. Handoff, Alvarado takes and stays on his feet and squirms and scratches and claws his way down to about the 21-yard line. Pickup of 2. Second down, 8 yards to go. And the clock continues to run. In fact, they get a little bit more out of that running play. In fact, just inside the 20. So that makes it a play inside the Bitech Resource Management Green Zone. Presented by Bitech Resource Management of Monroe. A greener way. Second down and 8, just inside the 20 for Dival. Take a low snap, fix it up. Now he's throwing for the end zone. He's got a receiver, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown. Wide open was Andrew Taylor. Taylor's second touchdown tonight. He had one running, and he got one receiving.
Well, the corner bit on the pass fake. Dival made it look like he was going to the flat, and he pumped fake, and then Taylor got behind the defense. Easy touchdown. Accurate pass. Great execution. 20-yard
touchdown pass from Dival to Andrew Taylor. 51-13 now. 7:50 remaining in the ball game. Murphy on for the extra point. Kick is up. It is good. 51-13 is our score. We'll have a running clock. 7:50 to play in the ball game. We're coming back after we take this timeout on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com.
LLC. Brady Bonner, your local Tech Hybrid Rep, invites you and your family to enjoy this week's Grant County Fair. Brady wishes good luck to all of the exhibitors. Be sure to enjoy all the family fun from the food to the ride, live music, animals, and the great nightly entertainment. This message from Bondra Ag Service. See Brady at the Bondra Ag tent and compete to win a prize in his Time Foot Box Challenge.
Here's the kickoff by Murphy, and it's going to be scooped up and around the 20-yard line, returned past the 20, 25, and brought down out of bounds there. I believe that was Taryn Riley on the kickoff return for Mineral Point. We have 7:25 and counting down, a running clock for the rest of the football game. 52-13, Lancaster leads. So when I say 7:25 remaining in the game, trust me, it's 7:25. This game's going to be, everything's going to be done here in a little over 7 minutes. First and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Pointers. Gibbs straight up the middle and surging ahead past the 35 and wrestled down around the 38. Who's in on that carry? Looks like it was Vomstad. And it's a first down for the Mineral Point Pointers. Head to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 13. Out of the spread, here's Spurley. Takes the snap and gives. And stuffed at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Golly on the carry, but the Arrows were not fooled whatsoever. Gallinger was there to meet him head on. And also on the stop for the Flying Arrows
Colby Law.
and also Evan Beckmore. No gain on that play. Second down and 10. Burley throwing one out in the flat here. Catch made. 40, 45-yard line to the sideline. 50 to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Mineral Point Pointers. A touchdown pass to Luke Filardo.
Boy, the guy who made that play, though, Mark, was number 11, Reed Ackerman, who threw the block here on the left corner for Lancaster, which opened up the sideline for Filardo for the long score.
65 yards for Filardo. 5:55 remaining in the game. Now here's the extra point. It is no good. It was missed by Bomstead. The clock is stopped only for now because you have to change your offense, defense, and special teams. But I do believe once the running clock starts, it continues.
Yes, I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it varies depending on where you're at. It's not supposed to, but it does.
Like the state of Iowa. Did you see that story today about the 18-year-old from Cedar Rapids? He got busted for speeding because he said he was late getting to the minor league baseball game at the Field of Dreams last week.
Okay.
He was clocked doing 107 miles an hour, and he was stopped south of Dyersville. The trooper, the Iowa Patrol State Trooper, clocked him, ticketed him, and the 18-year-old had the nerve to say, hey, officer, can I still go to the game? To which he said, no, you're going to jail.
Whoops.
50.
I'd like to see the Brewers playing that sometime, Mark.
Mhm. That'd be nice. It won't be next year because they're going to be having construction taking place at the Field of Dreams, but MLB said they'll be back. 52-19 is our score. And if Lancaster plays their cards right, this could be the last possession of the football game.
Yeah, Lancaster lined up for the kickoff looking for an onside kick, but I just don't think we'll see that here.
Bomstead to kick off. I believe Dieball's still in there. He is in the middle of the return pack. End over end kick. And it's taken at the 30-yard line and then driven out of bounds. On the return was Taylor Williams for Lancaster. And indeed, the clock is running.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see Jacob hurt on a kickoff,
No.
especially in a 52-19 game.
Although stranger things have happened over the annals of football history.
Hey, Ray Nitsky used to play special teams for the Packers back in the day. It's always, that's a tough decision. Do you play your starters on special teams and risk injury?
Dieball is not in there now, though. It's going to be Nolan Wolf in at quarterback with 5:05 to play in the game. As I said, if they play their cards right, they could just milk out the last 5:05. But not right now because Mineral Point called a timeout.
Probably substituting some guys and somebody didn't get the word.
Mm-hmm.
Well, game one's just about down here, Mark. And very impressive win by Lancaster.
The impressive win. You're 1-0 after week one. Our game tonight is brought to you by Clara Bank with 8 locations in southwest Wisconsin, proudly supporting high school sports. Clara Bank, well, they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Also brought to you by Dewey's Tire, the best place to take a leak. See if I can find the schedule and update all of our fine folks as to what is in the coming. A running play for the Arrows up the middle. And it's a gain of about 8 yards. 9 yards.
Yeah, one more first down will probably run out the clock, or at least it's going to be really close.
4.5 minutes to go. 52-19. Arrows. Second down and 2. Nolan Wolf playing at quarterback now. Single setback, and that's Alvarado. 2 receivers left. 1 to the right. Snap, and the ball taken by Alvarado, and he's picked up the first down. Another Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena. Flying arrow first down. Clock continues to run with 3:49 to play in the ball game.
Well, you know, during the John Hoke years, this was really helpful. They'd have games like this, and this gives you a chance to play your younger players, Mark, and give them some pretty invaluable experience.
1st and 10, and now here's the handoff to a first back through. That is Brady Krubel, a freshman, on the carry. And he runs off to the right and gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage will be the 43.
Mineral Point starting to work a lot of their reserves into the game now as well, Mark.
And rightfully so. Opportunity to give these kids a chance to experience the opportunity to play at the varsity level. Second down, 10 yards to go. And we have, I heard whistles, yes.
Illegal procedure.
So that'll stop the play dead in its tracks, but the clock will continue to run. Next week, it'll be Lancaster at Cuba City. Wally Trouton and myself will have the call.
Could be a good game, but Cuba City really lost a lot off of that football team, I think.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you know, when you're talking about Chase Barth and Preston Kopp and
Carter Olson.
Carter Olson, yeah. And here's the give and weaving his way past the 45-yard line and getting close to midfield.
I think that's Brady Krubel again, the freshman.
The freshman picks up some positive yardage to bring up a third down. Third down at about 7 with a minute 40, 100 seconds remaining in the ball game. I should say Bo Kopp, not Preston Kopp, when I mentioned about Cuba City.
Yep.
But Bo Kopp had a great career at Cuba City. 3rd and 7. Minute 24 and counting down. 52-13, the Arrows. Snap, now give, and Krubel ahead past midfield and stopped short of a first down at about the 48-yard line.
I would think Lancaster will go for it here.
The tackle made by Brock Lynch. We're under a minute to play in the game. This could be the last play of the game. In fact, if they don't pick up the first down, I highly doubt they'll stop play to, the officials will stop play to allow the teams to change out offense and defense.
If they get a first down, it is certainly the last play.
Yeah. But I just have a feeling this is the last play of the game. Yep, give. And now Alvarado taking, swing to the outside. He'll pick up the first down and get spun out of bounds inside the 40. Another Happy Joe's of Lancaster and Galena, first down to end the ball game. And your final score is the Lancaster Flying Arrows 52, the Mineral Point Pointers 19. Lancaster 1-0 to start the season. Mineral Point 0-1. Stick around. We've got the Culver's Cool Down post-game show coming up next. This has been Wolf Construction coverage of high school sports presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. Perfect, 4 minutes. 97.7 Country WGLR. Welcome back to Lancaster High School, where the Lancaster Flying Arrows have opened up the 2022 season with a 52-13 win over the 52-19 rather as our final score. 52-19, a win by the Lancaster Flying Arrows over the Mineral Point Pointers. I'm Mark Evenstad with Tom Nices. High school sports presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Mark Evenstad with Tom Nices. And let's take a look at the scoring of this football game. Lancaster scored a couple of plays into the game because Mineral Point fumbled just a couple of plays into the game. And Andrew Taylor scored on a touchdown run to make it 6-0. The extra point failed. So an early lead for Lancaster. Then, later in the first quarter, Mineral Point benefited from a blocked punt that was recovered by a Lynch, who then advanced the football. You can do that if the ball is blocked. You can pick it up and advance it for a first down. So Brennan Lynch picked it up and got the first down despite the blocked punt. And then later in that same drive, Mineral Point faked a punt and picked up a first down just by inches. And they parlayed that into a 28-yard touchdown pass to Ackerman from Spurley. Vomstad added the extra point, and Mineral Point had the lead, 7-6. But moments later, Jacob Dieball scored on a 2-yard touchdown run for Lancaster. The extra point failed, and at the end of one, Lancaster led 12-7. Second quarter, Brady Orient caught an 18-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Dieball. Murphy added the extra point, making it 19-7. And then another score by the Arrows in the second quarter. It was Lull on a 12-yard touchdown run. The snap back on the extra point attempt was a bad snap, and that extra point failed. 25-7. Lancaster led at halftime. Third quarter. Lancaster scored on the very first play of the third quarter. Jacob Dieball, a 69-yard touchdown run. Murphy with the extra point, 32-7. The Arrows led. Later in the third quarter, Alvarado, a 6-yard touchdown run for the Arrows. The extra point failed, 38-7. The Arrows led. Fourth quarter, Lancaster got a 30-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Dieball to Logan Wolf, making it 45-7. Murphy with the extra point, making it 45-7. I missed the Mineral Point touchdown in there in that third quarter, and that was a 35-yard touchdown pass to Taryn Riley from Spurley. That made the score at the time 38-13. Then 45-13, Lancaster on the Logan Wolf touchdown reception. Lancaster got another touchdown in the fourth quarter. Andrew Taylor with a 20-yard touchdown reception from Jacob Dieball. Murphy's extra point made it 52-13 with 7:50 remaining in the game. And then Mineral Point got a touchdown late. Falardo, a 65-yard touchdown pass from Spurley. The extra point failed. 52-19, then became your final. Tom, you got some numbers for us.
Absolutely. And let's start with the team ones first. Total yards, Lancaster 482. What a night for opening night. Mineral Point with 269. Time of possession dominated by Lancaster also, 27:53 to 18:53 for the Pointers. Lancaster rushed 40 times tonight for 312 yards. They rushed for over 300 yards last year against Mineral Point as well. Mineral Point, 21 rushes, only 65 yards, about 3 yards per rush. And I would suspect they'll do better as the year goes on. Turnovers, each team had one. First downs, Lancaster doubled up the Pointers 20-10. Third down efficiency, Mineral Point only 1 out of 11 tonight. Lancaster excellent at 7 out of 14, and they were 2 out of 3 on fourth down, Mark. That's pretty good. Penalties pretty even, 6 for the Pointers, 5 for Lancaster, and those are the main team stats. the individuals real quickly. Spurley, 12 out of 27, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns. Duvall, 10 out of 16, 170 yards, 4 touchdowns. Duvall also rushed 15 times for 203 yards. Lynch ran 9 times for 41 yards for the Pointers. Brady Oyen, 6 catches, 95 yards, a touchdown. Let's hope he's okay. He left the game with a shoulder injury. We'll have to see how that is. And that's about it, Mark.
Very good. We'll take a break, and we are on the Culver's Cool Down Postgame Show. It is brought to you by Culver's in Platteville, Galena, Dubuque, and Prairie du Chien. And we will take our break, and we'll come back and come up with the drive of the game, brought to you by Les Mack Chevy Buick downtown, and Les Mack Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Highway 61 South Lancaster. Also the Tri-Core Turning Point, and the scrapper of the game, brought to you by West End Salvage. All that and more on the Culver's Cool Down Postgame Show next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. There we go, postgame 1 minute.
From 1 to 1,000, both organic and traditional farms. When you need pest control and cattle feeders, give Travis a call at Harmon Farm Supply, Belmont. For details, visit HarmonFarmSupply.com.
Let's talk about the A&W. There's more fun at A&W.
Dine in, drive in, or carry out anytime at A&W in Lancaster. Open 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Enjoy a third pound, 100% U.S. beef double cheeseburger combo with fries and a drink for just $7.99. And during the Grant County Fair, A&W is open Wednesday through Sunday till 11 p.m. So stop in and enjoy the flavor of the week, black raspberry.
So let's talk about the A&W, where the food's as good as the root beer.
Okay, 1 minute.
97.7 Country, WGLR. Culver's Cool Down Postgame Show from Lancaster High School. Wolf Construction coverage of high school sports presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. Here on the Culver's Cool Down Postgame Show, we'll take a look at some of the highlights of the game tonight. The drive of the game presented by Les Mack Chevy Buick downtown and Les Mack Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 61 North Lancaster. Custom order your new vehicle today from Les Mack, where you always get more from Les. Well, drive of the game, Tom, anything stand out to you?
I'm going with the first drive. Lancaster, after recovering a fumble, 6 plays, 19 yards for a 6-0 lead, it kind of set the tempo for what was to come, Mark. So that's my choice for the drive of the game.
There you go. That's brought to you by Les Mack Chevy Buick downtown and Les Mack Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 61 North Lancaster. Custom order your new vehicle today from Les Mack, where you always get more from Les. Tri-Core Turning Point. It's brought to you by Tri-Core Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tri-Core Insurance today. What do you think, Tom? I have one in mind.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. After Mineral Point took the lead 7-6 on a really nice drive, Lancaster came back and hit them with a trick play. The flea flicker to Oyen for, 53 yards, and it was capped off by Duvall's 2-yard touchdown run, which gave Lancaster the 12-7 lead, which they never looked back. So I think the turning point was the flea flicker, which I think stunned Mineral Point and took away any momentum that they had after going up 7-6.
That's the Tri-Core Turning Point, brought to you by Tri-Core Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tri-Core Insurance today. And the scrapper of the game. It's the West End Salvage scrapper of the game, the player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out in trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster.
I'm going with Jacob Duvall. 373 total yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. How can you give it to anybody else?
He had a great game tonight. Great game by the senior.
Yep.
And he probably been working hard to get to this moment. nonetheless.
He threw the ball well tonight. That was one thing I was wondering about. After watching him last year, I thought he did a great job directing the offense. And I tell you what, if he can stay healthy this year, he's a big, strong kid. Lancaster has a chance to have a really good football season.
And there you go. That's the scrapper of the game brought to you by West End Salvage. And that'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. We got more football coming up tomorrow. It's River Ridge taking on Highland. We'll have that from Patch Grove tomorrow on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL. Green Bay Packer football. The Packers take on the New Orleans Saints. Game time 7 o'clock from Lambeau Field here on 97.7 WGLR. High school football with Platteville at Darlington on Extreme 107.1 The X at x1071.com. That's tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And on Super Hits 106, it's Cuba City at Bonduelle. 7 o'clock the game tomorrow on Super Hits 106. There's another game coming up on WGLR Saturday with Benton Scales Mountain Shullsburg heading to Ozaki. And we'll have that game on 97.7 WGLR 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Man, with gas prices, those are some long trips.
They are. Jeez, good grief. So, until next week, it'll be Lancaster at Cuba City. We'll have that game here on 97.7 Country. WGLR, that'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. Lancaster wins over Mineral Point, the final 52-19. For Tom Nices, I'm Mark Evenstad. Thanks for listening. The preceding has been a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. So long, everyone.